Then Togumi zones out as he looks into the past. Choji snaps him back to reality and reminds him that it's his turn. Togumi tells Sakura to get ready and everyone cheers as Sakura declares that he already is ready to fight. The cheers got violent and Suo points out that they are cheering much harder than before. Everyone wishes Sakura luck in their own way and Umemiya tells him to have a nice long talk. Sakura remembers that a fight is like a conversation but he isn't even sure what that means. As none of that matters though, Sakura reminds himself that he told the kid to leave it all to him. Sakura would like to hurry up and get the fight over, but Togumi would rather take time and enjoy it. So the two fighters then prepare themselves and crowd goes crazy with anticipation and Sakura tries to start off with a punch, but Togumi instantly tackles him. Togumi nearly lands a terrifying punch, but Sakura managed to get away. The crowd cheers even more and Sakura must gather himself from the shock what just happened. Hiragi thinks about how Sakura has shown up that how good fighter he is in the past few days. However, Togumi is the person that keeps all the crazy landhead guys in check and he only managed to do so because he's really strong. Then Sakura points out that Togumi is pretty strong and fast for a guy that wants to take his time. But Togumi doesn't even consider this a fast pace. Togumi decides that he will stay on this speed until Sakura can keep up. And Sakura is more than willing to play along the two continue to fight it out. And everyone mind blown by Togumi's insane speed. Nirei wondering if Sakura had more than just dodges in his arsenal. Umemiya breaking it down that Togumi and Tomomiya always have been a standout among the Lion's Head crew. That means Togumi is on a whole another level compared to the other dudes. And he is damn sure that Sakura is feeling that better than anyone right now. Just then, Nirei goes all out celebrating as Sakura managed to land a hit and Togumi impressed as he already catching up. But Sakura still is not fast enough because Togumi slams him down and he nearly crashes his skull. Togumi remembers how Sakura dissed him in the tunnel and calling him lame. He explained that it really get under his skin. Just then Sakura pulls off a sweet leg sweep on Togumi. But Togumi is not having it and he smashes Sakura's face on the ground. The crowd goes wild with cheers but Nirei is freaked out. Togumi pretty disappointed to see Sakura knocked out cold so easily. So he lets him know that he is a way lamer than he ever could be. Sakura tries acting all cocky, but Togumi scolds him for saying that only fox with power can act like that. Togumi assumes Sakura is fronting because he is rolling with a strong crew, but what he really all is himself. He has no voice sharing that makes Sakura furious, so he swings at Togumi. Togumi points out that he is still talking, but Sakura breaks free and keeps throwing down. Then Sakura agrees that freedom is only for those with power. Without it, you can't be true to yourself. As Sakura making his stand, everyone's shocked when he lands a solid kick on Togumi. Togumi seems to see Sakura as one of the people Sakura hates the most, as Sakura decided he can't lose to him no matter what. Sakura taking control of the fight and now the crowd goes dead silent witnessing Sakura's sudden transformation. Nirei always knew Sakura had a strength but even he didn't see this coming. Sakura is mad as he reminded Togumi after losing to him that means Togumi is dead wrong about everything. The Lion's Head obsession with power would mean nothing. Sakura keeps bombarding Togumi with attacks and finishes it off with a powerful kick straight to Togumi's face, leaving everyone stunned. Togumi tells Sakura not to get all cocked and he counters with a devastating kick of his own, sending Sakura flying. Togumi explained that their devotion to power is not joke. Anyone cheering as he proclaims all Lion's Head dudes always strive to level up. Togumi stomps on Sakura's head declaring that the Lion's Head guys are way more powerful than any superheroes like Bofferin crew. The whole crowd celebrating because they think Sakura's down, but Suo knows the fight is not over yet. Sakura still kicking it somehow and he is straight up saying that Lion's Head dudes is not about the real power. He suggests that they switch their name to Bully Club because that's more their style, because they enjoy beating down dudes when they're already down. They even choose middle school kids just to beat them up. Sakura is not taking no loss from dude, but Togumi had enough and he stomps on his head again. Nirei can't even watch but he's shocked when the crowd goes quiet because Togumi is not stomping on Sakura's head. But this time Togumi is clueless about what Sakura talking about, so he steps away from the fight for a second. He thought Furion steps on their top for no reason, so he demanded Kanuma and Aruma spills the beans as they admit that they was messing with some middle school kid and tried to put the blame on someone else. But Togumi is not buying it and he straight up laying a beat down on them and everyone just watching in shock. Togumi snaps their Lion's Head jacket off their lifeless bodies and Tomomiya just tells him to start stalling and get back to this fight. Togumi apologizes to Sakura for making him wait and declares it's time to keep going. Togumi. Then we take a trip down to memory lane to a festival. Younger Togumi is surrounded by a bunch of Lance head crew and he takes all of them down. He is all ready to throw down with even more of them. But then Tomemiya shows up and amazed by Togumi's that took down all of them solo, Tomemiya can see Togumi has got some strength. So he asked him to roll with them. Togumi madly confused, so Tomemiya explained he just joined himself, but he guaranteed that Togumi is going to dig being part of the lion's head. Togumi is hesitant at first, but Tomemiya keeps pushing. Then time passes and they get really tight one day. Tomemiya asks if he knew what devotion to power means. It's a promise to make to stay true to yourself, never backing down for nobody, and power is what you can use to set yourself reward. And these words start spreading about how unbeatable Togumi and Tomemiya are, as they duo even roll into other crew territory solo, and they come out on the top. They come back as one of those brawls one day, and other crew members can't even believe that they went through all of them just to get revenge for one of their own member. Tomemiya is not even thinking it's a big deal because he was just trying to be the freest dude ever, and nobody got a clue what he's talking about. So Togumi breaks it down that they have been taught that power is the ticket to freedom, and it means that dude is the most muscles, it's also the most free. Tomemiya and Togumi having a race to see who can be ultimate free dude. So he is hyping up the race to join in Togumi's, thinking about how Tomemiya is straight up strong and having more fun than anyone else. Tomemiya likes the prodigy of their devotion like a son, embodying the whole concept. Togumi is not even plan on racing Tomemiya. Togumi actually had no intention of racing Choji, as he was just bad at hanging around people. But when he was with Choji, he could enter the social circle, and it was fun as he felt like he was the free. Togumi thought the team would be even better if Tomemiya become the leader, but he realizes that this was wrong one day. After Choji became the leader of Lance Head, he thought about how the leader is the strongest and freest. Togumi agreed with this thought, but Choji seemed distracted as he had some realization that it's not fun at all. Choji decided that in order to fix this, everyone in Lance Head would have to be as strong as him. Togumi was glad to hear it and assumed that Choji wanted to train everyone. Just then, some guys from the group arrived with one of their members that got beat up. And then, boys, Togumi was prepared to get revenge with Choji. But he was horrified when Choji just attacked their member that was already beat up. Choji was disappointed that the guy just come straight back after being defeated, and then he explained that he wouldn't get a stronger that way. That means that he could never be free, and that would be no fun. When Choji declares that big guys are not wanted in Lance Head, Choji looked for agreement from Togumi, and Togumi was still in shock as he was sure that this wouldn't make anyone stronger. But Choji reminded him that he was the leader and he was the strongest and the freest, and that he makes the decision. Choji then told Togumi that if he didn't understand that, then he should get out. Togumi was horrified about how he was hearing, but he agreed to do it. Choji said he agreed to tell everyone about Choji's views, and he even agreed to carry out the punishment to everyone who opposed. However, Togumi's one request was for Choji to simply keep smiling around everyone. It was on this day that Togumi decided that he would get covered in mud because Choji is the sun, and the sun must be loved by everyone, even if it means binding everyone with power to become free. Togumi vows to keep this version of Lancet going until the day the sun shows himself again. And let's get back to the present. The guys continue to fight, but everyone is startled when Sakura seems to have taken a commanding lead. Sakura becomes annoyed and refuses to believe that Togumi is being serious at this point, and he points out that Togumi doesn't even want to fight. He isn't even landing a punch or dodging his kick. Sakura wonders what he's trying to do. Then Togumi only wonders the same thing himself because Sakura dodges. Just then he can tell that something is wrong. There is some confusion in Togumi's face. Sakura thought that they picked this fight because they knew everything, but Togumi clearly didn't. Sakura wants answer, so he asked Togumi why he punched those guys. He thought that anyone with power could do that. But in Lance's head, he's shocked when Togumi explained that this is not a place for scumbags. Togumi was trying to get rid of their group of all the scumbags when they encountered Biferin at the bridge, fighting both. And it was Choji's obsession, and Togumi thought it would trigger some kind of change. However, this fight was just led to get them all wrecked there, and there is no turning back. Togumi thought because on that very day he chose to commit this wrong path. Sakura once again questioned what he is trying to do, but he is shocked when Togumi simply says that he wants to go to the mountains. Sakura doesn't care about any of that, and he just points out that Togumi Togumi is one of those scumbags he wants to get rid of. So he does the stuff that scumbags do. And Sakura thinks he's pretty lame for that. Sakura wants to make him realize that he will do that by winning the fight. When that happens, Sakura is sure that Togumi will stop being lame and become an awesome guy. Then Togumi thought that he is pretty selfish, and to say that Sakura doesn't care. This is simply what he can actually fight. Togumi thinks Sakura is being selfish, but Sakura don't give a damn. And that's just how it goes when you push your will through a fight. As Sakura launches his attack and declares that no matter how strong his opponent is, even if they saved his life, he never looks away or changes who he is. That triggers Togumi's memory once again, and he remembers how shocked he was when Tomiyama told that he would bounce him from Lion's Head if he didn't like his vision. Togumi decided to do all the dirty work so Tomiyama could keep smiling with everyone. Sakura's attack lands, and so does his bots. Togumi gives pros to Sakura for pushing his buttons really good. Togumi throws a punch at Sakura, and Sakura is glad because he can tell Togumi is finally getting serious. Sakura throws the nickname Sagi at him, but Togumi is not having it, and he kicks off his sandal, getting ready for a real deal fight, and demands to be called by his real name. Togumi is finally ready to throw down as he calls Sakura by his name and tells him that it's time to fight. Then these two fighters go all out and landing mad attacks on each other. The crowd goes dead silent, watching this straight up brawl go down, and there is no holding back from either of them. But the crowd is freaked out because they notice Sakura and Togumi are both laughing, and even though they are beating the crap out of each other. And it gets real brutal as they straight up wreck each other with the barrage of attacks, and they are both looking like they are loving every second of it. Suo is watching in awe because he had no clue Sakura was this damn good in a fight. Nirai don't really get why he is tearing up because their fights touched his heart, and for some reason even Hiragi and Umemi are impressed with Sakura, but Tomiyama just silently watching the whole thing. Sakura keeps going at it, but something is missing with the head, and he's supposed to be fighting some dude who was lame and doing some lame stuff, so he doesn't figure out why fighting Togumi feels so damn right. Sakura is also surprised because he has never been called by his name during a fight before. Togumi is doing some thinking of his own, noticing that Sakura is having a damn good time in the sprawl, and is not all because he tells Sakura is moving better than each damn moment. Togumi can't even hide his own enjoyment. He tells Sakura to bring it on, and they both charge at each other, and the fight hits its peak when they both kick each other a square in the face, and at the exact same time, and they collapse to the ground. Nirei is horrified, but these two fighters just keep laughing. Togumi never knew fight could be this damn enjoyable, and Sakura feels the same way. They have been it at long enough as they decided to end this madness. Then these two charges at each other once again, getting ready to throw their most powerful punches. But then Togumi starts thinking about what Sakura said, how he ain't ever going to change who he is for anyone, and that hits Togumi hard because he realizes that he should have fought back against what Tomiyama told him that day, but instead he looked away and didn't stay true to himself. Togumi couldn't push through his own identity, but he sees the potential in Sakura, and he knew that Sakura is going to become even stronger because he's not afraid to fulfill his will no matter he is up against. Togumi just hopes Sakura never loses that, so he decided to hold back on throwing his punch, and in his mind he thanks Sakura for helping him understand. Sakura's punch actually lands, and Togumi declares that he can't have no more, and he gives the crowd a stunned because they ain't ever heard of those words from Togumi, the dude who charges in laughing even in dangerous situations. Even the Bofarin and other guys are speechless, but Sakura is really pissed off because he doesn't want to get Togumi give up like that, and he is not happy with how the fight ended and demands to know why Togumi chooses to lose on purpose. Sakura gets interrupted by hyped up Tomiyama, who says he wants to fight Sakura someday, but right now Tomiyama is ready to throw down with Umemiya. Togumi urges Tomiyama to call off whole fight because he realizes that he was wrong. Tomiyama is too hyped up about fighting Umemiya that he did not listen what Togumi wants to say, and it gets real shocked when everyone see Tomiyama attacking Togumi and telling him that shut the hell up. Tomiyama claims Togumi lost, so he got to be quiet down, and that sets Sakura off big time, and he goes to punch Tomiyama out, but from nowhere Umemiya shows up and stops him. Umemiya explains it's time to switch places, but Sakura is so damn angry that he can't hold back. Umemiya points out that Sakura must have had a deep conversation, and defending Togumi is proof of that. Togumi is also shocked when Umemiya asks if he can just leave the rest to him. Togumi gives the green light, so he bounces off the stage, and Sakura does the same. Sakura, in his usual pissed off state, tells Umemiya that he's going to whoop his ass if he loses to Tomiyama. As Sakura get off the stage, and he can't wrap his head around why he's feeling so damn angry about Togumi getting attacked, as Umemiya seemed all shocked about him having a proper conversation, but Sakura still can't get it because he didn't hear any word from his face. Nirei catches Sakura before he falls, and the crew welcomes him back. Hiragi knows Sakura is not digging how the fight ended, but he breaks it down that it was Togumi's way of settling things. And on top of that, Hiragi gives props to Sakura for doing real damn well, but Sakura still doesn't know how to take a compliment, so he freaked out. Tomiyama is pumped as hell and about finally to throw down with Umemiya, but Umemiya wants to ask him something first. Umemiya wants to know if Tomiyama felt anything watching Togumi and Sakura go at it. Tomiyama clueless as hell, so Umemiya says it's damn same. Tomiyama doesn't know why it's a same either, but he doesn't want to give damn about anything. He knows that it's not fair, and it's nothing like Lance said. Tomiyama realizes everyone in his crew is weak as hell, and he figures that why he can't be free. The crowd is straight up shocked to hear Tomiyama talking like this, and they can't believe that how he really think of them. Tomiyama makes it clear that he only give a damn about power because it makes him feel good, knowing that if he wins Furin, then he will be the strongest and freest person. Umemiya is always having a blast because he is stronger and fresher, and he is freer than anyone else, and that is fine if he can prove he is stronger than Umemiya. Tomiyama is dead certain that he is finally be free and have more fun than anyone else. So he is jumping for joy because he can finally put an end to all his boring ass days. Now Tomiyama turns to Umemiya and demands he hand over Furin. So he jumps on Umemiya and launch a punch. Umemiya managed to shake him off, but Tomiyama just keep coming at him. The Furin and guys are left dumbfolded because they never seen such a reckless move in a fight before. So he thinks Tomiyama's natural born monster. Hiragi gets it because Tomiyama is the youngest damn leader in Lion's Head territory. Sakura is still fuming with anger that he realizes he would have been screwed if Umemiya didn't stop his punch. But he's not the only one. The only thing that is pissing Sakura off that he knows damn well that he only beat Togumi because Togumi held back in the fight. Sakura is not pushover though, as he is more determined than ever to get the hell stronger. Tomiyama keeps throwing down with the wild ass fighting style to keep Umemiya on the edge, but he pauses for a second when Umemiya's got something to say. Umemiya explains that Tomiyama is going to keep struggling if he keeps talking about what he doesn't have and trying to take things from other people. Tomiyama had enough of Umemiya's talking though, and he thinks it's all absurd, so he just goes in for another attack. Umemiya unleashes a punch that's so damn terrifying, and Tomiyama get to back the hell up. Umemiya is disappointed that Tomiyama can't understand what he's trying to say, and Tomiyama is shocked when his nose starts bleeding even though Umemiya's punch didn't land. Umemiya straight up declares that when it comes to someone who can't get his point, he's 100% sure that he won't lose, as the fight between Tomiyama and Umemiya getting heated. Tomiyama used his speed advantage to slip between Umemiya's leg, getting behind him, grabbing Umemiya's jacket and pulling him back with a straight foot to the back. But damn, even though that hit would have wrecked him, Umemiya's aren't even phased, and that dude turns right around and throws another death punch at Tomiyama. Tomiyama is quick on his feet and he dodges once again, but he can't figure out what he's doing wrong. He was damn sure that he was landing solid hits on Umemiya, but the dude's health bar isn't even moving an inch. Umemiya break it down by saying Tomiyama's punches are big, and that is hella insulting, as Umemiya goes on explain that Tomiyama's punches feel big because he is fighting solo and he's nobody at his back. But Tomiyama still don't get anything why friendship matters in this whole thing. So even if his punch seen light, he is just going to keep raining them down on Umemiya till he finally goes down. Umemiya aren't holding back, charging in for another attack, trying to overpower Umemiya's defenses, and when he finally spots an opening, he sweeps Umemiya off his feet and lands a happy uppercut. But damn, Umemiya is still acting like it ain't a big deal and simply tells Tomiyama as much before speaking him against the ground. The crowd is silent as hell watching Tomiyama struggling to get back, and once he finally managed to stand, he starts throwing a desperate series of attacks, hoping to prove he is strongest. Umemiya dodges Tomiyama's first punch and asks him what being free means to him. So while still throwing down punches, Tomiyama answered that freedom means having fun, and having fun means going up against strong dudes like they are doing right now. And if this is what Tomiyama thinks is fun, Umemiya find it weird what he don't look like he enjoyable. He enjoying it all. Tomiyama straight up clueless about what he really want in life. That's why he's all unhappy and trying to snatch Furin, and that's why Umemiya spies him, but not as hard as his sorry ass team stuck with him as their whack leader. But no matter what his reasons are, he ended up on top here. So Umemiya are going to show him how a true leader should roll, while everyone watching Umemiya is straight up laying a beat down on Tomiyama with no chance for him to fight back. Nirei start talking about how damn glad he is at Furin Academy and have Umemiya as leader. Back on stage, Tomiyama still ain't getting what Umemiya means and what he's saying. He should treat treat his peeps better. There was a time when everyone was having fun, but that was a long time ago, and he still doesn't get why things got to change from now. They used to be Tomiyama got so much he doesn't understand that he is tired of folk bringing it up. So he gives up and declares he is not trying to steal Umemiya's crew no more. He doesn't need them or anything else for that. Tomiyama's world has been dull and grey for ages, barely remembering when things turn out like this to him. The world is all dry and icy, but nothing he can do to change. So it has been wondering what he is missing to bring some color back to it. But now he just don't give a damn no more. He accepted that his heart a lifeless wasteland, nothing going to make it different. So he don't need nothing at all. That dude might have gone a little crazy, and Umemiya noticed the shift in his mindset. So Tomiyama come to him and he just let himself get hit, even he gets wrecked on the ground as he is not fighting back, and that's got Sakura all pissed off, jumping up in anger. Umemiya said he ain't losing, so why he is putting on his weak ass act. But then Kyotaro tells Sakura to shut it and sit down and let Umemiya do his thing. Once Tomiyama finally bears himself out by punching Umemiya, Umemiya apologizes to him for backing him into a corner with such a tough question. But if he keeps destroying everything around him and hurting others in this quest for answer, things always going to stay the same for him. But Tomiyama is not trying to hear no more from Umemiya, so he straight up bite his throat, drawing bloods and all kind of throat exercises Umemiya has been doing, but he don't even flinch like this. His windpipe getting crushed, but that don't bother him. Instead, he's trying to comfort Tomiyama and tell him the answer he's looking for. He has been inside all along. That makes Tomiyama stops chomping off his neck. So Umemiya asked if he remembers the last time Lancehead and Furin got into fight in the end, and that was just a big misunderstanding. But back then when the fight got broken up, Umemiya saw clear as day that Tomiyama was having fun with his crew. Back then, Tomiyama's punches packed a punch unlike now, and he had a lot more heart in him back then. Umemiya wants Tomiyama to think back to those times and realizes what he got to change. Umemiya gets up and starts getting closer to Tomiyama, so Tomiyama flinch, thinking he is about to catch some payback for all the punches he threw at Umemiya. But instead he feels the warmth of Umemiya's hand. Umemiya is trying his best to make Tomiyama remember who he used to be, because as the top dog of Lancehead, he got to step out of his game, and to make sure he gets it, so Umemiya hit him with a headbutt that knocked him the hell out. So it was damn hard that Tomiyama get throwback into flashback from before he became Lancehead leader. He was chilling, checking out a cat at a time, but then his friends called him over and started bitching about him being all a spacey. Sometimes they on their way to brawl right now. So if Tomiyama want to be their leader, he got to get his together. Tomiyama apologizes, but now he thinking that he don't even know what the hell they were about to fight today. Everybody freeze for a second, but when they all burst out laughing, Tomiyama's forgetful nature, and Tomiyama was having a good laugh about it as well. So they were some damn good times, and Tomiyama wished could stay like this forever. As we all know, things changed real quick and it went downhill. Tomiyama is left all alone in the dark, walking on a broken glass. He ends up falling through, and just when he finally realizes he must be dreaming, that even if it's just a dream, Tomiyama feels good getting to relive the good old days. Then dude woke up and Togumi standing there bearing a sad face, and he don't get why, but it hits him. It's because he lost to Umemiya anyway. He starts spilling about the dream he had where everyone was smiling and having a blast. Seeing that made something click in his head, and now he gets it. The only way he can truly have fun is when everyone is around him having a good time. Togumi apologized to Tomiyama for not having his back when he needed it, when they had no clue what he was going. So they dipped and left him alone. Togumi couldn't understand seeing Tomiyama's hurting others. He couldn't forgive him for crushing his dreams. Tomiyama had no idea about Togumi's dream, which was to have everyone love Tomiyama. That's why when Togumi saw the look in his eye, even though he knew it was messed up, he turned a blind eye and let Tomiyama do what he wanted, and he followed him at that messed up fight. But after that fight with Sakura, he learns about his ideal to never back down. Tomiyama realizes that as a Lancehead member, he should have confronted him, and then this made his feeling known. He apologizes again for not talking to Tomiyama and leaving him alone to deal with his confusion, because he couldn't be there. For him, Tomiyama ended up losing what mattered most to his. Tomiyama tells Togumi that he busted his ass to become top dog because he thought it would bring him the most fun ever. It was like chasing a treasure chest at the top of hill, and he was psyched because something fun was going to go down once he reached it. But when he achieved his goal and opened the chest, what he found was a big flat load of nothing, and that dude felt nothing and had nothing to look forward to, and that scared scared him and he felt empty inside, and no matter what he did, he couldn't fill that void. So he knew he had to fix it. But he had no clue where to start over this time, and his world got darker and darker after struggling with it for a long time. He started blaming the whole team for his lack of fun, and he started thinking that it was because the whole team was big that he wasn't having a good time. So he figured that if he only let strong people join Lion's Head, then they could all be free and have fun together. And then he tells Togumi straight up that he ain't to blame for any of Tomiyama's loss. He finally realizes that he is one who threw away all the friends he had, thinking back to the times when he used to laugh with everyone around him. He had always been living free, but he was too blind to see that until now it slipped away and make it worse. He is the one who destroyed it all with his own bare hand. If it wasn't for Togumi, Lion's Head would probably be nothing but memory. By now, Togumi don't want to take credit for anything, but Umemiya tells him to mess with the people close to him. He apologizes for all the pain Togumi had to go through, and thanks to him for trying his damn best to keep things rolling with a messed up leader like Tomiyama. You can't even imagine how heavy that burden was, so he keeps apologizing while tears start flowing down his face eventually. And he stands up and thanks Togumi one last time for all he has done. But it's time to put an end to it and make things right. He walks over to Umemiya, who has been chilling at the edge of the stage, and takes off his jacket and leaving everyone in shock. Tomiyama lost the match fair and square, and he is stepping down as the leader of the Lion's Head and passing the reign to Umemiya, just like they agreed when they set up this duel. And he asks Umemiya to please take care of this and everyone for him, but Umemiya never wanted to be in charge of Lion's Head in the first place. And that dumb bait was all Tomiyama's idea from the start, and Umemiya never planned on taking over if he won. Plus, he ain't looking to deal with a big crew because he already got his hand full of all the hierarchy crap, and he straight up hates boring stuff like that. But since Umemiya keep insisting Umemiya's offer an alternative from now, and they all just be friends with each other, and they can call today's a damn group hangout session or something. With that, he addresses the crowd and thinks that all of them are showing up to watch the fight, and the crowd is confused. But for the first time in a while, Tomiyama generally laughs because Umemiya is hilarious as hell. And now that everything's settled, Umemiya tells everyone to pack up and head home. After that, Umemiya asks if there are any good takeout joints nearby, and when questioned why he wants to know, Umemiya straight up says he wants to throw an after party to celebrate the end of the tournament. Moments later, Umemiya celebrates with all of them, but Sakura wonders what just happened. Umemiya and Hiragi enjoy some of the foods, and Nirei can only wonder how they can eat under these circumstances. Nirei is glad that he agrees with him, but it turns out that Suo was actually just on a diet. Sakura is in incomplete disbelief as he can't understand how Umemiya can eat with someone he just fought. Just then he begins to question if he was really fighting, as Umemiya didn't treat it like one. And Sakura thinks how we could never do what Umemiya did. Umemiya gets concerned about Togumi isn't eating, so Togumi takes a moment to apologize. He takes full responsibility for the entire accident, as Lance had becoming rotten to the core. The raids at Warfarin and the fight today is all the fault. Tomiyama shares the blame and apologizes to everyone as well. Just then Sakura is shocked when Umemiya says that the decision is his. Togumi agrees and is prepared for any punishment. Sakura thinks about all the wrong Togumi did, but he also thinks about their fight. Sakura decides on a punishment and tells Togumi that he absolutely must become really a cool guy and he is not allowed to do lame stuff anymore. The guys accept the punishment, and Umemiya announces that everything is officially settled. He really enjoys his meal. So Choji points out that Umemiya is at the top and wonders why he seems to always be having so much fun. Umemiya's answer is simple, as he just says he really likes to eat food. Everyone is shocked, but Choji excitedly says that he loves eating too, and to share their favorite foods. Umemiya explains that another part of eating that he enjoys with gathering people, and if people gather to enjoy the food with him talking and laughing with friends is a good way to forget about bad stuff happening in life. And Umemiya look forward those times more than anything, which is why he has so much fun. Most importantly, all that was nothing to do with the fact that he's on top. Umemiya sees his now as well and wonders why he couldn't realize it before. Umemiya is all his wisdom explains that people don't thank oxygen when they are breathing. Umemiya had fun stuff right in front of him, but it was just too common for him to realize it. Umemiya just glad that Umemiya realized it before it was gone. Umemiya then wonders why Umemiya reached the top even while knowing all of that. His answer is once again simple, as just he want to eat with everything. As long as everyone is smiling, he can enjoy his meals, and he thought about what he would need to do to accomplish that in his town, and the answer just happened to be at the top of Hurin. He wasn't aiming for the top there, but the things were that he wanted to do at the top. Umemiya amazed that Umemi was able to get to the top, but Umemi says that that he was only able to reach there because the people let him. Sakura is then shocked when Umemiya says that you can't reach the top on your own. He was only able to reach the top because everyone carried him up. The ones helping him were people that related to what he wanted to do, because this is when he got to his top, and his wishes were no longer just for his own wishes. They were everyone's wishes. So he vowed to never lose. Sakura is an amazing person and everyone else admires him as well. Tomimiya can't believe that Umemi has so much on his shoulder, and he finally realizes that this is why his fists are so light. Umemiya really is incredible, and Tomimiya now knows that there is no way that he could win. When the party ends, Umemiya invites the Lion's Head guys to come visit Woferin next time, and he is sure that they have some great food there, and he gives Choji some bread that just happened to have. Togumi is clearly grateful towards Sakura, and the two group part ways. Tomimiya tells Togumi that he knows that everything he has done is not something a simple apology, and will be able to fix it. Tomimiya doesn't know what he should do. What he does know is that need to be done for all his friends. Togumi feels the same way about his actions and knows that he needs to face the situation this time, and it will be different though, as he tells Tomimiya that they will work for the answer together. The two share the bread and Umemiya give them, and Choji laughs because even though it's cold, it is still pretty good. Choji wonders how good it would be fresh out of the oven, but Togumi begins crying for some reason. Choji doesn't notice and just assume that it's raining again. Togumi goes along with it and points out that how strange it is to be raining when the sun is already shining again. Back in Furin, and Sasaki gets really excited when he sees that other guys have returned. Umemiya can't believe that Sasaki was waiting for them the entire time, and he reminds him that he was supposed to leave it to them. Umemiya reveals that it's all over, and the kids break down as he thanks everyone. Tachibana can't believe that they all got patched up already, and Umemiya explains that they are friends with Lion's Head now. Tachibana points out that So doesn't look tired like others, so explains that he is just a type who doesn't sweat so much. She sees that Sakura is pretty beat up though and welcomes everyone back home. Sakura remembers how Tachibana told him that he can't reach the top on his own, and how Umemiya said the same thing. That others wonders if something is wrong with him since he has been quiet for a while. Now Sakura ignores them and says that he is just going home, but Umemiya stops him and explains that this is a day to celebrate. Sakura doesn't think that there is anything worth celebrating, but Umemiya reminds Sakura that he was able to have a conversation during his fight. Umemiya declares that it's dialogue anniversary day, but Sakura has no clue what that is. Sakura just wants to leave, but Umemiya reveals that he wants to speak with him. Sakura thinks that how everything he believed was completely wrong. He thought that you could get to the top all alone, and the strongest guy end up at the top. Everything that had happened recently, though, so that things are not like that. Umemiya wonders how Sakura's conversation went, but Sakura explained that he didn't have one. He didn't hear any voice coming from the face. Umemiya has a good laugh as Sakura just interpreted that he said incorrectly, and he wasn't talking about telepathy, and Sakura wasn't supposed to actually hear voices. What he said that fists were a language, he meant that they were a means to convey something. Fists are older than language, and what it conveys is primitive. Sakura is confused, so Umemiya clarifies that fists simply convey whether or not you like or hate someone. Sakura spits coffee on Umemiya out of shock, and Kyotaro was furious, and he was told to calm down. As Umemiya explained that Sakura definitely had a conversation with Togumi. He must have gotten closer with him, which is why he came to Togumi's defense when Tomimiya attacked him. Sakura still doesn't understand why they should celebrate, so Umemiya explained that it's because it's make him happy. Umemiya was so curious when he first heard that someone was coming from out of town, and he was Sakura. But the events that have happened recently have made it clear to him that Sakura is a good guy. Someone like him coming to the town just make him happy. Everyone begins to joke around, but Sakura is still upset and can't understand how he can just let everything slide so easily. It's not just Umemiya either, it's everyone in the town. Sakura says that he comes to take the top spot, but he is beginning to realize that it won't be able to, as he has never been able to accept anyone, which is why he decided to become stronger on his own. Reaching to the top at Furin would allow him to accept himself for who he is, but it turns out that he needs other people in order to take the top spot. Sakura cannot expect others, as he concedes that he will never reach the top. Just Nirei interrupts and reminds Sakura that he told him that he wasn't super lame before Sakura take a good look at him, and it made Nirei really happy. Umemiya then explained that there are conditions that need to be met in order to converse with fish. The person has to confront someone and want to know them. Even though Sakura doubts himself, he has proven that he is capable of having conversation with his fish. Umemiya is sure that this means Sakura can achieve anything, and he can even reach the top. Sakura is absolutely shocked, and others watch as they agree. Sakura angrily point out that him reaching the top would mean that Umemiya lost to him. Umemiya is as casual as ever. He says that they can deal with that when they get there. Kyotaro furiously wants to fight Sakura, so Sakura tells them to bring it on. The guys are getting a little too carried away as Tachibana tells them to settle down. Next day, Sakura steps out into the street, still feeling the aftermath of his brawl yesterday. But right now, the only thing on his mind is Umemiya's advice about trying to get to know the folk around him, and he is walking as Suo and Nirei rolls up from behind to greet him. And that straight up shocks Sakura. They have been following him for a while now, and even though they didn't mean to startle him, Suo thinks Sakura's reaction are freaking hilarious, and they all go to class together. But as they cruise through the hall, Nirei peeps that everyone eyeballing them, making him a little scared. Suo says it's totally normal for people to stare after what went down yesterday, and Sakura couldn't give a damn about what others thinks of him anyway. So he straight up ignores them and opens the class door, but as soon as he does that, he is swarmed by a mob of students who all want to hear about the fight between Suo and Sakura from yesterday. But neither Suo or Sakura wants to waste time explaining all the details, so they dump the task on Nirei's shoulders. But just then, Nirei is about to spill the whole story. Some dude from the back of the class wants in on the conversation, and it's the same dude that was pumping iron when Sakura first arrived, and Nirei recognizes him as Taiga. According to Nirei, Taiga might be a bit weird, but he's just as skilled as Suo or Kyotaro, so he ain't nothing to mess with. Taiga ignores Sakura and starts grilling Suo about whether he finally ready to give him the answer he has been asking for. Suo still is not ready to spill any, and Taiga is cool with that now because he's got something he wants to ask Sakura. He flexes his muscles and throws the question at Sakura, asking about his virtue. Taiga asks every dude he meets about his virtue because he believes that it's important that every man has got to have an ideal they live by, and he's curious about how Sakura and Nirei get because he is obsessed with gathering info about folks he likes. For example, he knows that Taiga always rocks his right so fast and chugs nothing but protein shake. Taiga is blown away that Nirei knows so much about him even though they have never met with, but he respects the dedication to stalking, so he takes a liking to Nirei. Sakura thinks Taiga is hell weird, so he ain't sure if he is actually strong, but Suo guarantees that Taiga is the real deal, though Suo is not really feeling that dude either since folks gather around to hear Sakura's story. Taiga suggests that they all hang out after a school to chat about virtue instead, but suddenly everyone start acting all busy, so they straight up decline and bounce them. Then Kyotaro rolls up in the room, takes one look at Taiga and decided he wants no part in whatever the hell is going on, so he turns and heads straight to his desk. Taiga asks the three of them to join him instead, but Sakura and Suo aren't down for it. However, Nirei ain't taking no for an answer, and he drags them along anyway, and they all end up at Taiga's favorite spot, the joint that looks like WWE restaurant. So Sakura doubts they got any tasty eats in here when Taiga shows him one of the menu items. Sakura peeps that the food actually looked damn good. Taiga wonders if Sakura is all about food because he could be his virtue, but Sakura tells him he ain't particularly interested in food. Taiga notices that Sakura is not up for talking about his virtue, so he straight up challenges him to a fight instead. That catches Sakura's attention, but Taiga is not mad or anything. He just remembers how badass Sakura looked when he declared that he would be the top dog at Furin High, so there is no way that he don't have some kind of virtue in him. But if he is not feeling talking about it with words, then Taiga wants Sakura to show him with his fist instead. Sakura is all in for good fight, but their attention gets pulled to the front door as one of their classmates walks in. Sakura recognizes him as Mitsuki, but he also peeps that dude holding hands with a girl. Sakura has never done that before, so he feels defeated and hangs his head. Mitsuki greets his classmate, but as soon as he spots Taiga, he decided to take his date to the back of the restaurant to keep as far away from weirdness as possible. Nirei is hyped to see Mitsuki there because it means 4 out of the 5 strongest people are chilling together. And once Taiga is stoked up to see Nirei having a blast, and Nirei starts talking about how Mitsuki used to go to some fancy rich kids middle school, but that didn't stop him from straight up hoping other troublemakers all by himself. And that dude got some secret romance skill too, and it ain't no surprise that he's popular with the ladies. Nirei even wonders if the girl he brought along with his girl, but Sakura don't want to hear anything about lovey-dovey stuff. He just want to know how strong Mitsuki is. Taiga shouts at Mitsuki, letting him know that Sakura wants to low down on him. Mitsuki turns around and looks eyes with Sakura, and he's cool with chatting it up, but it will have to wait because he is still on a damn date. Taiga ain't getting the hint though, as he keeps bothering Mitsuki to join them for a conversation right now, and he even invites the girl, but she looks scared as hell. So Mitsuki tells Taiga to cut it out as he knows Taiga is not meaning to harm, but that dude built like a damn truck, so if he starts freaking out of nowhere, it's going to freak people, but obvious as hell, and if Taiga don't learn to adjust his behavior, he is not going to be popular with the ladies. Taiga realizes his mistakes and offers a sincere apology for scaring the girl, but since he is already freaked out, Mitsuki suggests they head to another restaurant instead. Taiga feels bad about scaring her because it goes against his own virtue, Honshu. But therefore he can explain further. They notice some commotion going down outside by the front door. Mitsuki and the girl have been surrounded by a gang, and when others step out to see what's going on, Mitsuki tells them they saw a dude harassing a girl, so he let out and bowed the girl hair. But it seemed that guy wanted a paycheck, so he rounded up his buddies to track Mitsuki, and the girl looked down. Mitsuki was just helping the girl out. So Taiga grabs his shoulder and starts telling him how freaking awesome he is in his virtue. Must be looking out for ladies. But while Taiga keeps going on about virtue, Mitsuki tells him that it ain't the time for distraction. But Taiga is not listening to Mitsuki. So he was about to get a sneak attack, but luckily Sakura steps in and takes down the attacker with a kick. If there is one thing Sakura can't stand it, that folks try to jump people in a fight, so he ain't letting them get away with it. Taiga agrees with Sakura, so they're both ready to face the gang together. Suo, looking out for her safety, tells the girls to step back as she don't end up as hostage or something, and he ain't joining the fight, but he assured that he choose those three and they can handle it like a boss. Taiga asks Sakura if he wants to sit this one-on-one because he is still banged up from yesterday's brawl, but Sakura never backed down from a fight. As the gang attacks, one dude goes straight for Taiga with a punch, and Taiga gets knocked the hell down. But as the guy tried to throw a second punch, Taiga grabs his hand and lets everyone know he always lets his opponent get the first hit and before he unleashes his own fury. Then he suplexes the dude in the flashiest way possible because his virtue is always stealing the freaking spotlight. Sakura thinks that he's dumb, but Taiga has been weird from the start, so he just keep fighting. Then suddenly some dude come at Sakura from behind, so he spins around real quick and kicks the guy away from, and he starts complaining to Mitsuki about him sending fox flying in his direction. Mitsuki says he figured it would be quicker if he just sent the attackers in Sakura way. So when another guy tried to sneak up on him, he sent the dude flying towards Sakura. Since it's basically just Sakura and Taiga doing all the fighting, Mirai wonders if Mitsuki is pushing their way to them because he enjoy it. But Suo thinks it's more about keeping the attackers far from the girl. And Mirai, who can't fight for them, he tells Mitsuki he is not going to worry it because he got their backs. And when one guy tried to come after others, Suo gives him a one-way ticket to the damn floor with everything under control. The fights end with a straight up win for the Furine boys. And now that the fight over, Taiga tells Sakura he can say the slogan. Now Sakura ain't got a clue what he's talking about, but it's understandable since he has been here for only 3 days. So Taiga tells him to memorize what he's about to say, that anyone who causes pain, wreck or get evil intentions in their heart will get their asses kicked by Furine with no exception. And to really drive the point home, Mitsuki steps up to the dude who started this whole mess and warns him about what will happen if he pulls some dumb stuff like this again. And once they bounce, Mitsuki tells the girl that she's all good now and she's genuinely grateful for how much he and the others helped her. So she's about to split. Mitsuki mentions how he knew Sakura had to be strong after seeing him handle this fight with Togami, that he never expected Sakura to be this damn strong. Taiga brings up how Sakura is aiming to be the top eventually, but Mitsuki didn't know about that because he was too busy playing a game when Sakura first introduced himself. He is glad that he found out about Sakura's strength before the vote for the great captain, but anyway he wants Sakura's contact info so they can keep in touch. The others wants to get his number too, but Sakura has never got any friend before, so he doesn't know how to share his info in the first case. Mitsuki says he will just add his number to Sakura's phone, but when he opens Sakura's contact, he sees that Sakura has only one contact named Weather, and they all think it's pretty funny. So they end up giving Sakura their phone number, and the next day Sakura is zoning out and staring at all his new contacts when Tachibana sneaks up from behind and asks what he's looking at. Sakura gets a jump scare and drops his phone as Tachibana says sorry for sneaking up on him like that, but she bends down to pick up his phone and she peeps the contact and decides to add her number to it. Sakura acts like he doesn't care, but he is glad to have another name on his list. Then he notices that he is in a group chat with all other dudes, so if he want to ask them about the great captain thing Mitsuki mentioned yesterday, but he ain't used to texting, so he don't know when to jump in with his question. So instead he just eat his food and heads to class to ask them directly. Since Sakura knew to texting, Suo gets why he ain't got the hang of it yet. And without hearing about the great captain a moment later, the 3 leaders of the second year come in: Inomoto, Kasumi and Kaji, and Nirei is hella hyped up to see them. Inomoto tells everyone that they don't give a damn about how they do it, but they get to decide on the grade that who is going to be great captain right now. The great captain is one responsible for the class, so basically the head henchman Suo raises his hand, so Sakura thinks he is volunteering for the position, but then Suo points in Sakura's direction and nominates him to be the great captain. Sakura tries to speak up, but everyone starts shouting that Sakura would be a great captain captain. Sakura trying to say Kyotaro would be better fit, but everyone is quick to point out that he ain't cut out for that kind of role. Sakura argues that he ain't either, but the real issue is that he is an outsider. Other student is not tripping though because Sakura has proved himself in a short time and earned their trust. Plus the three skilled dudes in the class watching for Sakura. Suo steps up and offers to be one of the Sakura's right-hand peeps, suggesting Nirei for the other spot. Sakura can't even believe what's going on because the great captain is like the cream of the crop, and he reflects on how he wanted the top spot just for his ego, and it hits him that he's acting like Umemiya. Right then one of the second year sidekicks got impatient and straight up said great captain is not all that a special dude, and that dude is yelling hell aloud, but everyone getting shocked when he takes off his headphone and his voice goes back to normal, and it turned out to be he has been blasting his music way too loud and folks wondering if he is about to blow out his eardrum. He decides to settle things and straight up tells Sakura to take the captain's role, and he points out that he ain't nobody expecting Sakura to be flawless, and if things don't go well they can always swap him out for someone else. Sakura gets mad and tells the second year captain that he should be the one deciding, but he gets hit with a bombshell when dude explains that Kaji is the real second year captain. Inomoto steps up and announces that Sakura is going to be the first captain, but Sakura is quick to remind them that he ain't agreed to anything. Yet Inomoto reminds Sakura that he just said the captain got to make the call and Kaji already did. Everyone trying to reassure that he is going to be just fine, except for Kyotaro, who knocked the hell out. Nirei was shocked when the second years started sharing contact info with Sakura and Suo. Inomoto mentioned that there are a lot of talented first year this time and told Sakura to give it their all in leading them. Sakura ain't got a damn clue about how to handle this, so Inomoto straight up tells him to do whatever the hell he feels like for now. That just pisses Sakura off when because he doesn't want anything either, and Nirei gets an idea and tells three dudes to stick close to Kaji while he does this round. Nirei spills to Sakura that Kaji used to be quick to throw down in fights before middle school, so you never know what might set him off. Right then some old lady starts crying about their losing her kid, and Kaji reassured that they are going to find her. Nirei is hell surprised that Kaji ends up passing the task to Kosumi. Sakura can't believe it either because they thought a badass captain would be all hands on like Umemiya's, worrying about the missing kid, and Sakura declares that they're going to make damn sure to find her. Just then Sakura gets shocked when he sees that Suo shared his bird in the group chat. Sakura is thinking nobody going to give a damn, but turns out that everyone is hyped about it. Sakura then bumps into some freaking cat and Inomoto shows up to reveal that the missing child is actually a missing cat, and they started chasing after the cat, but that sucker ends up climbing a freaking building, and Inomoto like and we can do now, but Sakura straight up shocks everyone with their parkour skills and smoothly scales the damn building. Sakura is right on the cat's tail and Kaji watching him closely. Sakura barely dodges smashing into someone, but still struggling to catch that damn cat. The dumb fowl jumps off some sketchy bridge and Sakura is left with nothing to do. But Sakura gets a major shock when Kaji comes out of nowhere and dives right after that little devil. A few moments after, the old lady is all grateful to Inomoto for saving her cat, but he gives all the credit to Kaji. She goes to thank Kaji, but he just tells to make sure it doesn't happen again. She promises to be more careful and the crew gets a thank you gift. Sakura goes and asks Kaji what the hell he wants as a captain, but Kaji got zero clue what he's talking about. Kaji explains he didn't even want to be captain in the first place, but only he did it because his buddies wanted him to. Sakura starts to connect the dot and realizes that Kaji's situation is similar to his own, and he figures out that there is no real reason for Kaji to be captain. Then maybe he doesn't have to do it. But for some strange reason, Kaji takes great offense to Sakura's bird and says something about not being able to make candy if he runs out. Kaji explains that he's not good at communicating like Kusumi or rounding up the guys like Inomoto, so he relies on them, but at the same time they rely on him too. He feels the need to live up to their expectations and does his best to do. Sakura realizes that it's okay not to have a specific desires, but then he questions whether living up his friends' expectations is something he really wants to do. Nirei hands Sakura the gift they received from their help and compliments him on how ninja-like he looked while chasing after the cat. Nirei knew that Sakura could be counted on because they have always been reliable. Sakura wants to confirm that Kaji told him, so he asks his friend if they choose him to be great captain because they are counting on him without hesitation. They confirm it and assure Sakura that he can count on them too. A little later, Sakura collapses inside Tachibana's restaurant after carrying the old lady, and old lady jokingly jump off if she has gained weight, but Sakura brushes it off although he looks exhausted. Tachibana notices his tired appearance and suggests that he wasn't getting enough sleep. She hits the mark, but Sakura decides not to let her know that he has spent the entire night pondering his role as captain. Sakura gets surprised when Tachibana asks if his class had chosen a captain yet. She realizes that it must be him and expresses her belief that he will make a great captain. Sakura, however, points out that he doesn't know what to do. Luckily, Tachibana offers him some advice. If he is unsure, he could start with what he can do. Sakura can't argue with her wise word, but tells her to stay out of it. Nonetheless, Tachibana continues to offer valuable advice, suggesting that remembering his classmate name and faces is something he can do. Calling people by their names will show that he has taken the time to know them better. Sakura suddenly realizes that he hasn't been calling anyone by their names, and Tachibana encourages him to start practicing right away. Feeling overwhelmed, Sakura decided to run off. The old lady called him bashful, but Tachibana believes that Sakura is actually afraid of forming close relationship with people. As Sakura returns to a school, he asks Nirei to tell everyone's name. His sudden interest in getting to know everyone surprises his friends, and Sakura simply explains that it wouldn't hurt to know more about them. His friendly, playfully questions whether he even looks their name, which offends Sakura. Nirei continues naming the student, but one named Anjai appears upset and leaves the class. Just then, an announcement is made for the first captains of their secondaries to meet on the roof. Nirei eagerly wonders what it could be and urges Sakura to hurry up. As they arrive, they find out that everyone else is already there and Ketaro is working on some gardening. Inamoto explained that the first year captains in secondaries are mostly guys who were famous during their middle school. The second year captains are mainly those who carried over their captain position from their first year in secondary school. Suo has already talked to most of these guys, but Sakura feels overwhelmed because he now has even more names and faces to remember. Sensing Sakura's stressing, Nirei begins going over everyone's name. Sakura can't believe that Nirei knows all the names of the captains, but Nirei points out that he actually knows the name and faces of everyone at the school. Even Suo is shocked to hear this, and Nirei explains that he recently borrowed the school roster to memorize all the names. Nirei knows that he isn't particularly useful in a fight, so he thought he could make Sakura's life a bit easier in his way by memorizing everyone's name for him. He is determined to help Sakura reach the top just as he promised, and impressed by Nirei's contribution, Suo decides that he will be their negotiator. The other guys are a bit confused, as so Suo explains that he is skilled at persuading others to accept his request. Suo declares that they should all do their best, and Sakura is impressed by how well they know their own strength. Sakura leaves those tasks to his friends, and they are shocked when he calls them both by their names. Umemiya shows up with more students, but Sakura becomes annoyed at the thought of having to remember even more names, especially the names of the great cap. However, Nirei is terrified as he explains that those people are not great captains. They are 4 knights of Furin High, along with their secondaries. Sakura ain't getting anything why Nirei is so damn hyped. So Nirei repeats that these are the 4 badass leaders of Furin High, and the team they led are Taimon, that is led by Toma Hiragi, Jikoku, led by Kino Tasuku, Jocho team led by Saku Mizuki, and Kumoku team led by Takumi Mimose. Then Umemiya thanks everyone for showing up and tells them that the people behind him will be taking charge of Furin from now on. But before he gets into all that, he got something more important to share. His garden has been fully transplanted thanks to Kyotaro's help, so the summer barbecue is going to be damn good. Hiragi tells Umemiya that it ain't time to talk about his damn garden. He gathered everyone here so at least he can do his great new Kikas captain. Umemiya wasn't planning on giving a big speech there, but there is something he wants to say, so he turns to everyone and says he is counting on them. He may be strong, but he can't be everywhere at once, and he can't watch out for everyone all of damn time. So he wants them to look out for others. Everyone promises that they will live up to Umemiya's expectations, and then they start chatting away with each other. After a while, Umemiya comes over to Sakura's crew, and he is shocked to see Sakura as the great captain. He also tells Nirei and Suo that he will be counting on them too, but if any of them ever get in trouble, they shouldn't hesitate to ask their upperclassmen for help. With that, the meeting basically done, so Sakura and others head back to their class. Once they are back, Taiga starts asking what the hell they were called for, so Nirei brags out meeting the 4 heavenly kings after school. They all roll out together, and since they don't get to go on patrol today, Taiga suggests they hit up Muscle's restaurant again. Nirei is down with that idea, but the others shout him down right away. Just then, Sakura spots a couple of dudes strolling through the streets in matching white jackets, and they look pretty damn sharp. So he asks them if they are looking for something. The leader of the 3 says that they happen to be looking for a dude from Furin High, but none of them fit the bill. So they turn around and bounce. As they bounce, Suo spots the logo on the back of their jackets and recognizes it as Kill Crew. Suo don't know how much about them, repeated. Suo don't know much about them, but he knows that it ain't nothing but sad rumors about those guys. Right then, all they hear is old lady screaming screaming her lungs out as she peeks into an alley and of friends Anjay looking all beat up and bruised. Eventually, Anjay wakes up and sees everyone looking all worried around him. But when they bring him inside and ask what went down, he starts spitting some about getting chased by a giant dog till he knocked himself out. And not anybody is going to believe that story, and even Sakura, so they press Anjay to spill what really happened. But he don't want to talk about it for some reason and comes up with an excuse to dip before he bounces. Suo asks him if this has anything to do with the kill dude they saw earlier. Anjay tries to deny it, but his face spills everything and he still lives to avoid talking about it any further. But now that they know Keel was behind it because of Anjay's reaction, the others wonder how the hell Suo figured out. Keel was involved and he ain't have no reason to suspect them, but that dude earlier had the whole villainous plot vibe going on, so it was pretty damn hard not to come up to that conclusion. With that info they got now, Nirei asks Sakura what they plan if Keel really beat up Anjay. They got to help him, but Sakura thinks jumping into action right away would be too damn rushed. Besides, Anjay didn't ask for their help. Maybe he don't want to drag others into this mess. Even so, Nirei still thinks it's their duty as his homies to lend a hand even if he don't want to. That reminds Sakura what Umemiya said about looking out for each other as much as possible. As he bounces in a hurry out before he drifts off, the old lady offers him some food for the road. As he gifts Sakura, gets all flustered, but he takes it and storms off without saying anything. After spending some time with Sakura, he knows deep down Sakura wants to help Anjay. To even if he never admitted elsewhere, that evening Anjay is seen chatting with some girl at the playground, and she's seriously freaking out about Anjay getting himself all messed up like this. But he says he can handle it, so he asks if he managed to convince Nagato to come back to their crew, but he ain't had no luck. Anjay is worried that Nagato might cross a line and he can't come back from it if he stays with the kill. The girl tries to get him to ask Boferin for help, but Anjay still refuses because Boferin is a crew that protects the whole town, and this personal shit for him is not suited, so he doesn't want to drag everyone into the fight. Girls don't want him dealing with this alone, so she offers to roll up with him next time. He confronts Threat, but Anjay shuts that idea down because it's too damn dangerous for her to get involved. He tries to tell her not to worry, but after seeing how beat up he already is, there is no way she wouldn't be worried. As Anjay dips, she sits on a bench and Sakura comes up to her asking her to spill about the talk she just had with Anjay. She hesitates at first, but Sakura says he is from the same class as Anjay, and after checking out his Furin uniform, she knows he ain't lying, so she agrees to break it down for him. And it turned out that she and Anjay have been tight since they were little kids. They used to play together all the time. Then this dude Nagato joins their crew even though they all went to different schools. She thought they could all stay tight recently, so she bumped into Anjay at the playground and come over to catch up, and she see he wasn't in the best shape, so she figured he got into another scrap or something. That when she mentioned wanting to link up with Nagato again, so the three of them could hang up like all time. But Anjay drops a bombshell as he tells that he got messed up, but someone from crew called Keel, his short dude, snatching purses outside of the town, and he tried to stop him and grab that dude's arm, but when he got a good look at that dude, he realized that it was Nagato. She can't believe Nagato would do something like that, so Anjay wanted to bring Nagato here to hear his side of the story. But when Anjay comes back, he was all beat up and wouldn't spill about what happened. All he said was that Keel is a straight up trouble, but he also said that he would handle it with his own hand. She is feeling hell frustrated because her homies are in deep trouble and she can't do anything to help, so she starts bawling her eyes out. But Sakura, still struggling with his emotions, tell her that he is at loss for what to do eventually, but he tells her he is going to bring Nagato here so they can sort their things out, and the girls was relieved to hear that. Even though Anjay said it's a bad idea to involve Furin, but Sakura says it all work out eventually, so she can leave it to him. The girl gives a little smile and thanks Sakura for being a solid dude. Then she gets up and says all this drama got her feelings mad hungry. Sakura gets all possessive over his food and tells her that she can't have any, but she wasn't even asking for his food. Sakura said he would help her, but now he got to figure out how. So he walks into the class and the crew greets him, but then he spots Anjay across the room trying to pass off his injuries as some be attacked, and ain't nobody buying that. Sakura knows if he straight up asks Anjay about it, the dude would just change the subject, so he ain't bother bringing up the conversation he had with girl. Sakura yesterday, right then, someone from another class rolls in looking for Anjay. He goes up to him and says some creepy dude in a hood gave him a letter to deliver to Anjay. Anjay recognizes the description and starts freaking out about what the letter might say. He opens it hesitantly and it's just as bad as he feared, and he takes off running out of there. Sakura chases after him, yelling to Anjay to wait, but Anjay ain't stopping, so Sakura got to jump down the stairs to cut him off and he tells Anjay that he heard the whole story from the girl. So he knows the letter must be from Keel, and he tells Anjay to let him take a look of what he sees in the picture of the Keel. And he sees a Keel crew holding a bloody Nagato hostage, demanding Anjay to show up at the shipping yard. Anjay tried to brush it off, saying that it ain't his problem, but Sakura grabs his soldier and sincerely asks for the deeds because he really wants to help. Finally, Nirei agrees to spill everything. He tells Sakura that 2 days ago he saw a Keel member snatching an old lady purse. So he stepped in and grabbed that dude. But when he pulled the guy's hood down, he realizes it was Nagato. Nagato freaked the hell out and punched Anjay in the face and dropped the purse. Anjay couldn't believe that his damn eyes. So the next day he gets back to the same spot to find Nagato and gets some damn explanation. When he finally spots him, Nagato is getting yelled at for stealing enough cash. The dude holding him by the shirt threatens to punch him for every 1,000 yen. Anjay ain't about to just sit there and watch Nagato take a beat down, so he rushes in and kicks the leader away and offers Nagato a hand to escape. But Nagato smacks his hand away and tells Anjay he shouldn't have come to the other's hand. Nagato a stick and he takes it reluctantly, but he sees on his face he ain't happy about what he is about to do, so he swings the stick and cracks Anjay across the head with it. But eventually Anjay manages to break free and ends up in an alley where Sakura and the crew find him. Sakura can't understand why Nagato would stick with Keel after all they put him through, and Anjay don't get it either. But he knows something seriously messed up if Nagato was crying like that. Back when they used to play together, Nagato never shed a tear, even when he broke his leg or they got lost in the damn forest. So Anjay can't even imagine that they went down to make him cry like that. He may not know exactly why Nagato is sticking with Keel, but he knows he got to get him, so there is for his own good. Sakura gets it and tells Anjay to hurry the hell up so they can save Nagato. Anjay says he doesn't want to drag Furin into this, but Sakura says he is not going as a Furin member, as he is going because Sakura asked him to bring Nagato back, so it's his problem now. And at the same time the whole class starts coming down the stairs because they heard the whole story. They ask Anjay why the hell he didn't tell them. He says he didn't want Furin to get involved because they're supposed to protect the town, not deal with outside of it. Taiga steps up and says they aren't helping him because they are Furin member. They are helping him because they are his damn friends. Even Kyotaro wakes up from his nap all pissed off to lend a hand. Now everything sorted, the whole class heads out to the abandoned shipyard to rescue Nagato, and Inomoto and his crew see them from window and wonders what the hell they are up to. So this is recap of the anime called as Windbreaker. Thank you for watching this. Please like, share and subscribe for more. Thank you. See you next time.